What up? I'm back. I'm back. And I'm glad to be back. Before we even get started, I want to once again thank you for the new subscribers that I have, the people who have been viewing. I really do appreciate y'all. But I don't think, I'm not sure if y'all know all the shows that I actually do reviews for, because I get a nice amount of views for Power, and that's growing, and in Greenleaf I get a lot of views for that, but I do recaps for the haves and the have-nots, Greenleaf, cutting it up in the ATL, Basketball Wives LA, Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, and also Power. So, I'm just checking them out. I know my subscribers may not watch all the same things that I watch, but if y'all are out there and y'all don't really know what it is that I cover, I just want to put that out there, okay? So, what I'm giving a review on right now, it is Greenleaf, Season 1, Episode 11, and it's titled Men Like Trees Walking. Now, I still don't get where this title's coming from, y'all. Maybe I missed something, y'all can tell me. But, and also another thing is anybody out there who has their own channel or whatever, is there anybody out there that can give me a real good video editor that I can use, so that by the time it goes through me reducing the size down, and then YouTube doing what they do to it, that my lips aren't, that China, I can't get with that. Even though y'all can just sit back and listen to what I'm saying, y'all not getting the fullness as it's coming out of my mouth, because they're not coinciding. And I don't know how I can be able to do that, because when I play them here, before I upload them, they're fine. So I want to know, is there something that I can be able to use where I can just send it directly from there to YouTube, or is it just something that YouTube does? Because I don't see everybody else is doing what mine does. So, y'all have that type of, if y'all can give me that information, that's fine. So let's go ahead and get into the review for Greenleaf, episode 11. So it starts off with the pastor. And I don't know, you know what, I actually looked up what the symptoms, because a lot of people have been sitting there saying he might have Parkinson's or something, or maybe he had a stroke before. I don't know, but I looked up Parkinson's because he was breathing very heavy, right? And I was saying, oh, it ain't Parkinson's, because whatever he had, whatever it is making him out of breath. I just thought Parkinson's was when you have the little tremors in your hand. But I looked it up, and it said it starts with, most of the time it starts with one hand, and then it will, grow to the other one. And then it said, but it also said you got the fatigueness. And yes, I know from when I was having my chemo, I could get winded very easily, okay? But he was laying there, and he was just thinking about his sermon. Now, y'all know how this was a mega church. That church was filled. But, man, that did remind me, my church, I told y'all there's so many similarities between this show and my church. We used to, when we had the little red church, there used to be so many people there that they would have to have folding chairs put out down the aisles on each side of the center, and then on the left-hand side and the right-hand side, so people could be able to have somewhere to sit. There was no overflow area in this church. Well, they built another fabulous church, and because shit went well, we got this big old church, and we can barely even fill. If they would have taken everybody that was in the church and just put them in the center, that would have been there. But they would have had two sides, rows on this side and this side, that would have been completely empty. And it's all stemming from the week before last. The guy killed one of the parishioners there. no, it was one of the. I mean, it was one of the parishioners because he was coming to church, and that was the church he was going to. He shot him at the church. Then Bishop going to sit there and kill somebody. So, whatever he's, I don't know. The demons are coming in him. And then he want to break out in song, and I was like, "Please, organ, pick it up, real quick." And then they were playing it so slow, and I was like, "Oh, good Lord, come on now!" And if that was supposed to be your altar, going into your altar call, your song for altar call, man, pick another one next time, Bishop. Because number one, it's okay with you not knowing how to sing because you that. Bishop, you can have that raspy voice and not know how to sing, but you could have picked a better song than that. So after church, Bishop asked Connie from the deacon board how we do. She said, for the 4th week in a row, nigga, our attendance is down and our tithing is down, and Bishop is trying to what is it? He's trying to encourage her or just try to, it's not encourage, try to ensure her that this is just a season, it's all going to pass. I mean, we're going to be standing. She's like, well, Bishop, why don't you reinstate Jacob? Because right now you got to give people a chance to be able to sit there and just be able to get the word. And I guess because he shot somebody, that audience was so bare, man. I mean, I didn't realize it was that empty, but I had to watch it again just to be able. And then I seen it, and I was like, oh man, that's Church of Jesus all day long. So anyway, so he's just letting her know we're gonna get through this. She said, well, then let Pastor Gigi preach. She said, because when she preached, we had more money. Our offerings were a bit more than what they had been in a long time. And he ain't trying to hear Gigi at all. I mean, she's done, in his book, and that's just the bottom line. Okay, now let's talk about Kevin for a second. That is Chastity's husband, okay? I don't got time for you to be trying to come out your motherfucking closet, Kevin. For real. You got twins on the motherfucking goddamn way, nigga. You the one that said, and you knew you was struggling with what you really wanted in the first place. When you told her you was ready to have a baby, you shouldn't have brought no baby into existence. But anyway, when we would see your when we could see your personal ads that you was going through, whether it was Jacked or whatever it was, or, Adam for Adam, BGC, whatever, all of them was look black, fine brothers. Why is this little white boy trying to pull you up out of your shell, bitch? Don't do it. I mean, come on, don't do it. If you gonna be brought out, or you gonna lose your virginity and being with a man, please don't let them be that white boy. And that white boy is ready to pounce, okay? And I'm like, but we can still. He said, well, he said, I got some bad news. He said, what? He said, the funding, the money is really low, and we're gonna have to do some cuts. So, at the end of this week or whatever, this is gonna be it for. He said, oh man. He said, well, does that mean I won't see you again? And I want to say, bitch, get out the fuck out of my face, bitch. Don't even do it. Don't even do it. So, old white boy found another church that's going to be doing it. This is later on in the episode. And he said, I got some good news. I found another church home. He said, when one door closes, another door opens. Is what Kevin said. He said, true enough. And he could tell something was on Kevin's mind. That bitch was on a motherfucking goddamn, I'm Gary hit it, I'm Gary do it. Okay, but she didn't satisfy, she didn't close that deal. She didn't have the paperwork signed because she don't know how the motherfucking do it either. But I wouldn't even want Kevin because Kevin's just a little too soft for me. So they went on their little walk, and he was telling him what happened, and he didn't tell him what was on his phone. He said, well, what was on your phone? And they were walking down there. He said, have you ever cheated? I said, well, okay, now, bitch, you trying this, man. You are really trying it, because I'm really hoping that his first is not going to be with you. But I'm pretty sure he's going to fuck him. I am pretty sure on that one. And I just don't like the fact that, I just don't like that. I don't like it at all. Yeah, I don't like it at all. I do not like that at all. But now, Jacob shows up at the outside his daddy's office, or he's coming down to his daddy's office, and guess who's motherfucking back, y'all? Motherfucking goddamn Alexis. Alexis was up in the office with her attorney, saying she was unjustifiably fired. He was like, well, actually, I'm actually kind of surprised. And I looked at there, I said, let's see, that's the reason why we don't like white folks. Because that bitch, first of all, you was dead wrong for fucking the damn pastors. The pastors digging fucking in closets and shit when you knew that he was motherfucking married. I mean, that's bottom line. We can't have that motherfucking shit in the church. So I don't know why Bishop is even scared about this whole thing, because yes, she was justifiably terminated. Because not only was she terminated, Jacob was too. Jacob lost his job. So it wasn't like there was no favoritism there. He said Jacob down, he cannot preach right now, and he fired you. Y'all, no, you Alexis, you knew. See, first of all, you a hoe, and you a slut. And and you already knew what was going on from the very beginning. So don't even sit there and act like you didn't know. Because from the very first episode, and he took her in that closet and fucked her during the service, I was like, there could not be any more disgrace for you to fuck into the goddamn church. And that's the reason why both of y'all, I don't care how unhappy y'all are, it doesn't need to be that way. But let me tell you this. So he said, is she suing? When they left, she said, she's suing us? And he was like, oh, no. It's all right. It's water on the bridge. But so Jacob goes in there and was like, well, look, Daddy, can you reinstate me so I can be able to preach? He was like, nah, bro, son. He said, what did you want to do when you was younger? He said, what? He said, what did you want to be when you was younger? He said, a baseball player. He said, well, see, you really don't have no calling to be a pastor. Is that really what you want to do? He said, you go somewhere where you can sit there and use your skills to be able to flourish and fly. He said, okay. So he goes home and he talks to Clarissa. And he was like trying to look for different churches that are searching for pastors. And he found one that he wanted, but it was out of state. And Clarissa ain't having it. She started that school at their church that they're at now. And she don't want to start all over and go nowhere else. He said, well, do you want me to talk to Bassie Shanks? Oh, you can't go over to Triumph. Triumph is the one where, remember when the bishop went up there and they were protesting outside, and he was talking about, I'm going to get you, and this is just the beginning, and he was talking about hold on. Okay, my fault, y'all. The baby was crying, and I had to just stop. If I would have brought him up here, he would have been trying to press the buttons and all the other shit. But okay, there's not too much more of it. I guess what I want to talk about is the Women's Day Club. They always have Women's Day. They go to this hotel, to the banquet at a hotel, and and do it up in. It's lavish for all the ladies. And what's the name? The treasurer of the Women's Club does not want to write the check because the church it's less than half the people. If y'all could have seen how many people was in church on that Sunday, and then you just take away the men too. Chester, well, I think we just have it at the house. And she said, no, it's tradition. And she said, well, how much does it cost? She said $4,600. Lady Mae trying to be the diva that she is. And y'all want to know something for real? Even though she wrote that check, how they roll up in churches like that, she might have been writing the check from her personal account, but she gonna get it back from the church anyway. I already know that. So she paid for that. Now, I told y'all that Jacob was, he got to find something to do. Because he understands that it's a never for him to get reinstated. He's never going to get reinstated. And it's not because of Gigi, because that's what he was trying to complain on, because his dad won't even let Gigi preach right now because he's not dealing with her. So he goes over to Basti Shanks. He had some little gym or whatever where they was, do one-on-ones or whatever. And he came over there to him. He said, "What's your bishop sent you over here to put me in check?" He said, Nah, I ain't like that. He said, "Well, what you doing here, man? You looking for a job?" He said, "I could be." And so he's sitting there taking him through all these changes. Now, Jacob, I know you for whatever reason, you're ready to step up now, because when this show first started, you didn't really want to preach. It wasn't even really what you wanted to do. So, and now I'm saying that you do want to do it. So he said that they played a couple of like horse or whatever, not horse, but they was just shooting the ball wherever you hit. If you make it, you get the ball back. If we used to do it like call 21, whatever they're doing. They was just shooting the breeze and trying to figure out why he was coming over there. He said, "Well, look, man, United Kingdom or whatever, I think that's what it is, it's growing, and we could use someone like you." But he said, "I can't. I'm just not going. But we have to do a sit down with the bishop, because I'm not that type of pastor that just come and be scouting people from other churches and like that. I don't roll like that. So if you can get a sit down and everything is cool, yeah, we can find some place for you." So after Bishop. So now, first of all, when Bishop was telling him to spread his wings and go out and fly earlier, he was saying that because he didn't think ministry was his calling. He said, "Oh, so you want to go over there?" He said, "So whose idea was it for us to have this sit down?" It was his, right? So there's going to be some mess in that. Then we got, earlier in the episode, and I could have did this, but I forgot about it. Lady Mae sitting up in the bed, she just pissed off, and she'd be like, "When are you gonna tell me what Mac has on you?" See, Lady Mae in her own way is a bitch, okay, and she does her shit. But I don't believe Lady Mae even knows some of the things that the bishop and Mac have done. I don't think she does. And I was surprised that she didn't know about what happened to Faith. She was just trying not to believe it was the case. But, so, I didn't know, but she really upset. So the bishop goes to his office. Now, let's talk about it. She don't even have no role. But the bishop's secretary, that big bitch always has motherfucking earphones in her ear, and she be having the attitude like nothing godly, okay? Absolutely nothing godly about her. And she trips me out a little bit, because I'll be like, "Well, come on now. You in the house of the Lord. Why are you sitting there? And how do you have both your ears plugged in with music going?" So, man, it's been real crazy. Hold on. But I don't know where they got her from. She be lunching to me. She be lunching to me. So, yeah. So Jacob comes back to the office. And, that's where I was. The bishop had told his secretary, his secretary or assistant or whatever you want to call him, to order some flowers and have them sent there. And because he told her it was their anniversary, but it was really like to make it up, and I guess he said something in the card. So when Bishop went up into the office and he was leaving out for the day, he seen flowers were in the motherfucking trash. Lady Mae is not really feeling the bishop right now. She really is not. Okay? So, but anyway, so Jacob. So Chastity was sitting there saying, maybe we can to raise some money for the church. I can do an album, and we can get some money that way. And she was like, no, we don't gotta do that. But Chastity has a good voice on her, and the Queen, who's the fire director, he ain't that bad either. I would like to hear them like in a concert or something, a gospel concert or whatever, just throwing down, him directing all crazy, like, because our director at my church is, I'm telling you, he will get you. He will get the audience shouting because he will keep us going. Jason is one of the bomb directors, man. I'm telling you. Even though, you be thinking he gonna come up out of his clothes, how he be carrying on sometimes, but I gotta definitely give props out to him on how he directs. So, the last but not least, and this episode, like I said, there was a lot going on, and I guess it was because of the Alexis, popping back up on the scene. And I don't care what nobody says. If you having sex while you're, you might, the Sunday was your day off, but that still is no means that you are going to be having this affair, which during work hours y'all were doing, flirting and doing whatever y'all was doing, and you knew he was a married man. Bitch, you ain't getting nothing. Zilch, nada. And that white bitch that came up in there trying to threaten him, he said, are we talking about a Cadillac? She said, no, I think a Jaguar is a little bit better. Bitch, let me tell you something. Come on with it, bitch. She said, well, I know y'all been having some bad publicity lately, and I'm not trying to bring no more on you. Okay, so now she blackmailing, right? Bitch, do what you gotta do, but this bitch ain't getting a motherfucking dollar from me, and I'm gonna spoil her name. But, that's what I was saying. When Jacob was talking to Pastor Shanks about getting a job, and he said, cool, you can set up that meeting or whatever, we can see what we can work something out. But then he said, wait a minute, Pastor, one more thing. You ain't coming over here, you ain't coming over here because that white girl's here. Now see, first of all, that just lets me know right off the tiz that you ain't no real pastor either. Because you ain't gonna, the way that you said it was that white girl, which is fine with me. Okay, it's fine with me. But I just don't see that from somebody who's supposedly a pastor coming out like that. Why didn't he say, you're not coming over here for Alexis? Why did he call her the white girl? And he said, and so Jacob's eyes got really big. Do you not know what Clarissa's going to do if she finds out that Alexis is over there? Do you know what's going to happen when Clarissa finds out that she's suing him and you didn't tell her yet that you saw her? Y'all didn't have no words. It was an awkward moment. Hi, and it was just... But still, Jacob, you fucking up. And I've always felt like you were stupid. I don't know how you can lead anybody, because you really are a little weakling on here. I like you in other shows, but I do not like you in this show. But last but not least, Mac calls Bishop. And he says, is there a hell? Bishop said, man, don't call here with this motherfucking bullshit. What do you mean? He said, no. Is it? And so then... he said, you the only one I can talk to. You the only one I can trust. And so whatever Bishop said, he said, well, can I do anything can you help? Is there anything I can do? He said, yeah, there's always something you can do. You can confess. But when he was saying confess, he was talking about to the Lord Jesus Christ. But Mac just looks real sad and pitiful. I can't believe I said that I would do him. I think it looked like he done lost weight up in that joint. His face is looking thinner. And I was like, oh my goodness. Oh my. Anyway. He's not my favorite character on the show no more anyway. So anyway, tell me what you think. And I know I probably missed something, because when I stopped recording and came back or whatever, I might have missed some things or whatever, but this is how I feel. I have to do cutting that up in the ATL tonight. Then it's going to be Friday and Saturday. I'm going to be drinking. I'm going to be smoking. And then Sunday, I got Power. And then Monday, I got Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. But on Sunday, I also got Basketball Wives LA. So, All I'm asking y'all to do is just like me, like me. Come on now, like me, like me. Subscribe to me, subscribe to me. Come on and subscribe to me, subscribe to me. Oh, oh, comment, 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 comment. All right, let the church say, amen.